Well, greetings, my friends and fellow patriots. I'm here tonight on one of the most tragic nights, probably in recent American history, as we've witnessed the weaponization, the full weaponization of the United States Justice Department against the 45th President of the United States in an all out radical left attempt against not only a previously sitting president, but the 47th president of the United States to be a political opponent that's directly threatening their power stance, because every one of his endorsements are wiping out the old guard of the Rhino Republican Party that are working hand in hand with the scumbag radical left. But to see this happen, to go and serve the statement Trump made as his compound was under siege, the Mar-A-Lago, his compound, his golf course, his country club, his home in Florida was under siege by FBI. They made sure that they hit it whenever he wasn't there, because if he was there, he'd have Secret Service to protect him, and they would not have been able to just go through and ram it. They broke into his safe. Now, these are the same people that had failed on two different false presidential impeachment attempts, and the fraudulent Russia that dragged out for years and was under assault for 4 solid years. Actually, 5. They started as soon as he came in, but as a president. And now they've gone to this level because nothing can stop him, and America should be enraged at this. And I know it was the same disgusting gut feeling that I saw this whenever it came up on the feed on the video that I saw that I had the night of the election, when they turned it off and knew that they were doing what they do. And this, as he said, this was an unjustified, it was an abuse of power. That that's not the way raids work. That's the last resort for Americans, much less a president of the United States. So yes, this needs to be. This is a line call. They've crossed a big line today by attacking our president and the next 47th president of the United States, and he will still be. But this is all in a desperate attempt to discredit and to eliminate him, and a message to his supporters saying, this is what's going to happen to you. That's why we've seen, I don't remember the guy's name, that they called in for these bogus January 6th hearings that, again, has failed. 225 days, 575 riots, nonstop, burning cities from Black Lives Matter, Antifa terrorists, and not a single word said. Hillary Clinton allowed to destroy 30,000 emails, bleach bit her computer, smashed the BlackBerry with hammers, never a word said, and then still allowed to run for president. And they come after him looking, now they're saying it is for presidential documents that he might have destroyed, that it's against the law if you destroy old presidential documents after you've left office. That's what they're down to, looking for. And Mayor Garland, the United States Attorney General who sent these people after him, should be impeached immediately. Anyone involved should be impeached. You know that Pedo Joe knew nothing about it, because he doesn't even know what day it is. And, he was dozing that he just recovered from 2 weeks of COVID. Now they send him off on vacations just to get him out of the way, because, and again, this is happening right after all of the candidates that he endorsed swept the, the primaries to get these people out of power. So, my friends, this is the rally cry. This is it. This is they're not messing around. 87,000 new IRS agents are going to be sent out, and they're going to be looking at people just like me that had a contribution to the Trump campaign. I mean, they can come after me and start digging in the backyard if you're looking for anything that I might have, because I have nothing but an old van and a red house. But people that do have things that are worth going after, that they're sending the message across the board. It's this is the result of a criminal country. Whenever you've had criminal elections and a fraudulent coup taking over a legitimate government of the United States, at war with Russia, looking at war with China, Korea sending up missiles. Now they attack the president of the United States, for number 45, soon to be again number 47. You know, that's an extreme that's an extreme act of desperation, because Americans are going to be enraged. Even this is where they're trying to get those independents. Well, those independent voters are going to look at this. You know, if you're not convinced by anything else you've seen, and paying $5 and $6 and $7 and $8 and $10 a gallon for gas, and watching them give away the country and let legals, 141 different countries were arrested at the border of terrorists and scum, because if you're trying to break in the border, you're a criminal to begin with. You're a terrorist against the United States. And the biggest terrorists of all are in the White House running this country right now, and just attacked our president. So don't react. It's time to act, but I'm not talking about any kind of violence, but yeah, where were the Republicans that were supposed to be, where's the Republican rage over this? So there needs to be, if they raided Trump before they raided Hunter Biden or Hillary Clinton over presidential documents, yeah, this is it. It's time to get out in the street and start protesting like they do, except not like they do as far as violent, but in the way of making a stand and making your voice heard. But it just exactly what Trump said I was watching him on January 6th when he made his statement, because I was wishing I could have been there. If I had, I wouldn't have gone in. I wouldn't have been that close, I'm sure, but they would still been investigating me, because my credit card would have shown I'd have been there, and the banks would turn over credit cards to the government to hunt down Trump's people. That's how bad this is, my friends. This is nothing to be taken lightly. So, like I said, it's just a sickness in your gut that I had from 2020, whenever I saw that going down and knew what they were doing. And every day after that, and tried to keep saying that, yes, it's going to, Trump's going to prevail, while they refuse to do any investigations or look at anything. And now it's called the big lie. Oh, that's the Republicans' big lie claiming. Whereas that gross, whatever it is up in Georgia, that ran for governor, is still crying that she lost. It was fraudulent, but just absurd. It's ignored. But this goes to be so far beyond anything that these scumbag liberal radicals have done. They let half the country burn down freely and never said a word. But they want to prosecute anybody that was in Washington that was supporting Trump on the 6th for something that was incited by BLM Antifa terrorists that were put in the crowd to incite and to carry out, as well as FBI, Department of Justice people that were still in there as well, that were inciting shit. That were all, it just goes beyond the pale. So I'm telling you, my friends, this is the time. This is the time to take action. Get out and vote on your primaries. Make sure if you've got friends, tell them they need to point out, speak your mind. It's a desperate time. We're seeing it happen. Exactly what Trump predicted has been going on nonstop since he left office, and now even worse, because they have broken every law in the book, as far as not only just civility and respect for the office of the president. And, there's never been in history a president that's been arrested, charged, or attacked this way or during his term of office as Trump. And this is how desperate these losing scumbag radicals are, that are wanting to, destroy our country, our culture, our morality, and everything else that we held dear, that made this country the unique and bright, shining light to the world for decades, centuries. That's it. Stay the course and act. It's time to act, my friends. Thanks.
We are going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C.